No, I'm actually sure there's a third line of iron that we're not using yet. Yeah, here you go. What's going on here then? Why is that? What? What's going on here? Conveyor merger. So is this the output? Oh, there we go. So what I'm thinking is, we've got a whole lot of iron coming through here. Why not just use this? So let's see, we could do some more iron manufacturing. What's this one doing? That's making iron plates. Iron rods. We need iron rods for screws. Merges 3 inputs and 1 output, yeah. 3 lines like a central hub, yep. Really like the top-down view while planning and building. Could you check at the workshop? Maybe the yellow slug is transformed there. Yeah, I'll have a look, hang on. Did I put the workshop back? Do you remember when I deconstructed it? I'm kind of thinking I didn't, you know. Whoopsie. How do I build it again? There it is. Just gonna put it around the back of this thing. Actually, we'll put it on this side because it's just a bit of a dead zone anyway. Beacon, scanner. No. No dice. So what did I do with this? I had 15 per minute iron rod and 15 per minute iron ingot. The Gamepedia claims all slugs should be converted at the craft bench. Yeah, I don't get it. Let's see if we can do a bit of maths. What am I eating? Cake. Look. Lovely squishy cake. Oh, the milestone set for yellow shards, that's right. 200, 200, 500. We can probably do that. Yeah, you have to get the research before you can do it at the crafting thing. These things are weird, aren't they, look? So cool. We've got copper for days. It's weird, at the moment, copper doesn't seem to be used for very much apart from coil. Yellow shard. Right, let's jump back in here. Always color cartridge. If you go back to the crafting table now, then we should hopefully be able to do something with that yellow slug. There you go. Yellow power slug to make a power shard. So yeah, it was just basically a tech unlock problem. There it is. Yeah, the game does look pretty good, actually. It's performing pretty well. Wow, so the yellow one gives you 2. And now we have 3 power shards, which is insane. So if we go down to this thing... I don't know if this thing can cope with being boosted. Let's try it. So you put the power shard in and then overclock. And now it's producing 9 per minute. Let's have a look at the power requirement. Okay, we're good for power. So we just boosted it by 50%, which is quite a jump. Why is it 100 over 3? Basically, every production cycle, it needs 3 rods and 22 screws. And the number on the left is how many it currently has. So the number on the left basically increases as it's loading, and then it'll take like 22 screws. That number will drop by 22, and then you'll see it go back up again. Boost the screw makers. I don't think we need to right now. It's going to give us like rotors for days, that is. Right, what we need to do is set up another... I need to get the reinforced... what they call reinforced iron. Which is this thing. Reinforced iron plate is what we need to make. For that, we need screws. Lots of them. And we need iron plates. Now, iron plates are made from the ingots, and screws are made from the bars. And this is where it becomes a mathematic problem. So we're going to build, I think we split that 3 ways back there, didn't we? So we'll probably need a splitter, but I don't want to do it here. I'm just going to push it down the line a bit here. I feel like it's a bit squashed back there. It also means rods are operating at a backup while screws are being used close to 1-to-1. So now we want a splitter. It's not really going to be enough room here. You ought to have plates for days, so many you made a second storage for them. Yes, we do. Plates we do. We don't need to make plates, but we do need to make rods and screws quite a bit, don't we? The question is, like, what... If we've got plates coming out there, and then we've got rods, and then we've got screws, if we can get those 3 on production into storage, from there we can build a lot of things. In particular, start building this, for one. Cable and wires done. So the question is, what ratios do we need? I don't simply understand why you don't simply use Mark II conveyors everywhere. I guess it's caused bottlenecks upstream. There is no point using Mark II conveyors. It's at the end of the day, you have to work out supply and demand, right? So there's no point having Mark II conveyors that can move 120 items a minute if down here your machinery can only consume 60. Likewise, if you're up there and your mining can only produce 60 a minute, what's the point moving it at 120? All you're going to do is have a very separated belt. So if you want to be like pure, you have to work out the density of everything and the ratios of everything and build the correct number of constructors and all the rest of it. That's where the complexity comes in. Which, I'll be honest, we're still trying to get our head around. But yeah, the overclocker can help. So if you go back upstream and put an overclock on your miner, you could, well, if you put 2 on there, you could double it potentially to 120. Then you could Mark II belt that down. So, but we're not doing that just yet. We're not even using what we've got, which is what I'm about to do. We want constructors. I'm thinking we'll probably need like 3 of these. So we can line one up there. Can't afford it. Well, what happens when you overclock it? It doesn't overheat, it starts using a lot more power. I'm going to leave a little... Actually, can we get away with them being so close? No, it wasn't the sound of a power outage. Power outage is very obvious. From playing the alpha phase for the last month, always use the boosters in the miners, as you can always build more constructors and assemblers. Okay. I mean, that sounds like a fair point to me, because at the end of the day, you know, if you need more resources, you're going to have to go much further afield. So yeah, that sounds sensible. Now we'll Mark II belt this. Oh my god. This is where I'd really love to have bots deliver things to me. Okay. So now we can decide what we're going to make. So we know we've got iron plates coming out of here. We can get iron plates out of there for days, can't we? So iron plates, let's think about what we're going to use. The reinforced requires screws and iron plates. The screws requires that, so we need to make... But if I remember, these things are quite slow to make, aren't they, iron rods? I'm just going to have a look at our ratio over here. I think these are like 15 per minute. So 2 of those would give you 30 per minute. And screws are 90 per minute. Blimey. Belt can't even support the output. I'm trying to work out how many rod and screw manufacturing we're going to need. A lot. Yeah. Iron rods are 15 per minute. Screws going out at 90. That's insane. I'm kind of thinking all of these are just going to make iron rods. And then we're going to have to work out yeah, I think all 3 need to be rods. That's what I think. Where's the nearest power line? Right, so if they're making 15 rods per minute, and if we chuck down a construct... Hang on. Funnily enough, I need reinforced. It does make a lot of screws, yeah. 3 rod markers, we'd have 270 screws a minute. Bit overkill. You need to sit down with a piece of paper and work out what you actually need. Let's make a bunch of these. Yeah, I'm thinking 2 belts for SquirrelPlus as well, but I'm trying to think what to do with the third one. That ratio there between plates and screws is like 8 to 1, isn't it? How do we actually... Let's just turn that off for a second. Oh, why did I just make that? So if this was on screws, 90 per minute, requires 15, doesn't it? So they're a perfect 1-to-1 by the look of it.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Why has that got no power? What?
Welcome back, Natter.
So that should be producing 15 rods per minute. That's consuming 15 rods per minute, so that's a perfect ratio. Then we dump these out into storage, just to buffer things.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Can probably just merge it into storage, can't we? Conveyor merger. Did I just put that the wrong way? Okay. You glad to change the first belt? Which one? Shy Wolf, thank you for 26. D-Duck with 28. Let's go and get some more concrete. What's the wrong side, Fritzy? Oh, you mean when I head the wrong way? Yeah. Hello, what's going on here then? Well, that's no good, is it? Oh, what is it? Look at that. That's so annoying. That's like Skylines with its road building. It should be on its way shortly. Why Mark 1 from the Screwmaker to the merger instead of Mark 2? So, this is outputting... wait a minute. No. This is outputting 90 per minute. Because I messed up, that's why. Because I miscalculated. Nice. Maybe put the foundations on a shortcut. Stop being so logical. Stuff you can't... There we go. Alright, production's back. So we've got big... Can you not, like, build... You should be able to build bigger storage units. I presume that's going to be like Tech 4 or something. Tech 5, maybe. How do you put on a shortcut? So, whenever you've got something in your build menu and you want it on a shortcut, you just press the number of the... So if I press 9 down the bottom there, it goes to 9. That was 8. There's 9 like that. And if you want that one on 0, whatever, that's how it works. Yeah, I missed that completely. Somebody in chat pointed that out to me. It's kind of handy. Because somebody earlier in the stream said the shortcut thing at the bottom doesn't work yet. And then a few hours later I found out, well, actually it does. So we now have screws, plates. So we could start making screws and plates. We could start making those. I'd like to start making, what are they called? Assembler stuff. The cube things. Whatever they're called. What's the plus sign in the upper right hand corner of each item in the build menu? I don't know what you mean. So modular frame require bars and reinforced plates. So yeah, that's where we'd want this to be bars. So yeah, I think that is right. That's what I was thinking earlier. So we'll make bars as well. Bring them down to where we're making plates. So we've got that in storage. We have to take the plates from there. Oh boy. Let's make reinforced plates and then I can start building stuff. Generic screws, I know. The irony, I need reinforced iron plates in order to make a machine which makes reinforced iron plates. What do we need? Screws. Plenty of them. In fact, I've got loads of them. I might have to build another crafting table down here. 500 screws! That'll do. It's like being in B&Q. You're going to need 6 things of screws to 1 iron plate to make the reinforced iron plate. Oh man. See, it's round about this point in Factorio where you start automating a lot of stuff. Otherwise you end up running around. Well, at least we've got plenty of these. B&Q's a rip-off for screws. It really is. Always has been. It's a rip-off for a lot of things, like fuses. Okay, we're going to select that to reinforced iron plate. 20 plates per minute, 120 screws per minute, which means we're going to need a fast boy in there. $20 plates, which means on a conveyor belt with 60 on it, we're only taking a third of the power. We're taking a third of the capacity, I should say. Now we have to take a feed from here over there, which means that is going to have to go over the top of it at some point. I'll do this as Mark 1 for now. You can always upgrade it later. Wait, what's those stacking things? That looks like fun. Presume that will go from there to there, won't it? Hey, how does that... Oh, there you go. That's actually quite cool. In come the plates. out come the reinforced. Nice. Yes. Fantastic. Reinforced plates on the go. Let's check our power consumption. Okay, we're still okay. Still within tolerance. You wish there was more complexity. Items need copper and iron products to build. I think, Fritzy, that is definitely going to be the case. Like, on release, there's going to be more tech levels. And I think you'll find there'll be, like, assemblers that take more than 2 items. Like, take 3. So, yeah, I think that'll happen in a couple of weeks when it comes out. What you can't do currently is restrict these containers, which is a bit... Like in Factorio, you've got an X here, and you can just say, don't stack more than so many of these. That would be nice. So what else do we want? The reinforced... doodads. I'm getting bored running down there now. Modular frame, that was it. So that's going to take the reinforced plates and the iron rods. So we need to make iron rods back here. And bring them through. This is starting to look like a proper factory. I mean, if you put walls around this, it's going to look pretty cool. What I want to know is, though, if you put walls around this and then build a roof over it, is it going to go completely dark inside? Now then, we need access to these things, don't we? Build a box and find out. Oh, I'm playing Fortnite! Foundation. There you go. So it's basically got like ambient light. Which I still think they need to add lamps so you can control the lighting a bit better. I have to get the chainsaw out soon. Some points I'm guessing you want to split this. I'm going to put a splitter on it anyway, because I kind of feel that that's what we're going to want to do. Plus, just having some reinforced things on the belt here would be quite useful for just running past and grabbing some. That gives us options. Do you know, I've not actually seen any spiders yet in the game. But then I've not been to the caves properly. So we want an assembler. I need to go and find a cave. Nice long conveyor belts. Okay, trees. It's time to die. Uh-oh, no fuel. No! I got any fuel. Dang it! Alright, it's not time to die. Put leaves in it. Does that actually work? Seriously, can you actually put leaves in it? No, you can't put leaves in it. You have to make biomass. Biomass from leaves. And then we'll make biofuel, because biofuel just lasts a lot longer. Don't care about that. Let's go. Imagine if you could make a leaf-powered chainsaw. You could go for a long time. Whoa. This chainsaw's OP. Oh, hello. Is that... I'm pretty low on health. I can't remember if that one's friendly. I don't think that one's friendly. Where can I get berries from? Sorry, I cannot find any way of healing my... There we go. Finally. I need to kill some aliens anyway, because we need to get some of the carcasses for the research. Well, hello there. Mr. Green Power Slugs there. That looks like something cool. I know. Look at that, you can see the space elevator from so far away. You could never lose your base. You know you can build up, you don't need to keep expanding horizontal. Yeah, I know that. Wait. I can hear that. Is that the purple glowy thing? The one that goes, "Come to me." pick me, and you pick it and it goes, you can't do anything with me yet. You're like, great. Last time this thing talked to me. Are they going to add trains? I think they should.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
There you go. She gets inside your head, this one.
Harvest.
Not telling me what to do. I'll harvest just to get rid of the annoying noise, love. There's our coal factory down there. Yay! We're making frames. Awesome. That's a lot of work just to make a box. That glowy things, look at it. It's got like a weird green tinge to it.